It's not the end.
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Yay!
Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Hmm. Quirky, who are you telling? Like, this is like a, so this game is essentially like a choose your own adventure, but there, this is my camera test to see if the freezing's freezing. Okay. Well, yeah, this game, for reasons unbeknown to me, is trying to take 120 frames per second. This game is not 120 frames, especially not here. Like the game wasn't optimized or something. I don't know. Anyway, trying to figure out where would be the spot to us getting. Well, it's not shame because we ain't got all the stuff. I don't know if flight is the answer either. It's gotta be. Maybe if we play chill cop, maybe we can figure things out. Maybe. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired. I am tired. Not of the game, but I'm tired in general. Let me see if we can. I'm gonna try to push through and see if we can get somewhere. All right, try to be a chill cop, I
They run
guess.
the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
That's not even a thing, but go off. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. That was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rolo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Hi. Well, all right. Mistakes happen. UK's gave old Hiram a good scare. Just let me get out of these. Just let me get out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your grand moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So, why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes,
Luca gestured to the corner.
barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You, you just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
I want him to be like, aha, gotcha, bitch, and then like run off. That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that needs to be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light! Shoop! Gotcha, bitch! Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. Let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation.
Looks like I picked the bad ending.
This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
We sure aren't.
Back to the drawing board.
Come on. All right, so that was a waste. We already did shame, so I guess we're gonna go to flight and hope for the best.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr, we'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Fine, we know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back.
Oh no!
The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5.
Chapter 5?
Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Okay, so that was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost them. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. What's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came, which means this chapter is going to be ending as well. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. We report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. A few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's the town sign. I can almost make out letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into deep Weekwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go. See what I can do. In situations such as these, I find it best to chuck stuff first. and ask questions second. Okay, cool, but what am I? Whoop. Try that again. Missy, 100%. Hey,
The boys
Jesus!
stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
That's where we are. This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? Oh, you're entertained, Missy? I'm really glad to hear that, actually. 'Cause I need to know what's happening. Like, there's been many twists and poofs and... Yeah. I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of this leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell's going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Luca? Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. I don't think I would want anyone to describe my mom as a right? Them's is fighting words. Them's is fighting words. You call my mom a handful? We gotta fight. We gotta fight. It's the cuffs. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled, the town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It's getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit. Wait, they're not gonna get hypothermia? This is how you get hypothermia!
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Look out for hypothermia. You're just a kid. You're too young to die today. Yay! The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? You're getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. Ooh, my eye's on fire. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper, and I'm losing vision. Hold on. Okay.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it worked. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
Something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked it, and even she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
You have Tish. I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all of this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca. Yeah. I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what? What?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread.
Whose house?
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug.
Okay,
He
he's
looked
dreaming.
up to see his parents on the couch.
Oh, he dreaming.
His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes.
Someone could say that about my mom and I would say, Anne, take it or leave it.
Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this.
Not me fighting with my internal
The
demons.
figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Luca snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive.
Oh
The
no.
day he chose to abandon us.
That's not what happened.
Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us.
That's right, you fight for your dad.
The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see.
Oh,
Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope.
damn, every time I'm trying to have like a happy dream, my doppelganger is being a hater about it.
It was his parents, fighting.
No! Mama!
Do
Papa!
you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister.
Why kids so goddamn nosy,
He
man?
could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it.
Who's behind it?
I swore an oath to help people.
Hippocratic!
I won't turn my back on them.
Face forward!
Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you.
I'm for the streets!
Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder.
Y'all get off on me, let me go.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Oh, what? Away with one?
Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes.
Oh,
What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile.
what I...
Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all.
Call him Buckaroo.
Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's
Mind your
ears.
business.
Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in.
That's a lie.
Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
You get some milk? Sorry, no.
A
Hey, well,
figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
well, at least they didn't die.
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation.
What is that?
Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
What?
From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked having furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
Oh my god, I am struggling, y'all. How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait! Do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. All right, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold. Until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. So we got a duplicate home? You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not required a precise duplicate. What the hell's a duplicate? Oh my god. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete this tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call Bray. It has real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane.
Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
Oh, I gotta wrap the stream up because my eye is on fire. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover...
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
the source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why, indeed.
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
This is all ridiculous. Hold on. I need to stretch. Stretch. If I stretch. Whew. Maybe I can buy myself a few more minutes of this stream. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet, His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home,
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood. So we got a
Chapter
whole
6.
extra town.